Hello, welcome back. Last time I got another room done, but once again was denied the opportunity to get into the side path that smells strongly of strawberries. So 2 possible strawberries that I may have missed already, but they're early-ish in the levels, so going back for them shouldn't be too arduous. And I would like to see the strawberry gauge and see that there are 2 before the first one I get, or there are exactly 2 things on it. Anyway, so new room. Got quite a hurdle to clear at first, but I think that shouldn't be a problem. I can just do that and buffer a thing to get... Okay, it's going to be a little annoying about it, huh? That's not too bad. Okay, so I can claim that and take it where? Not up, that's pretty clear. But I'm suspicious of every boundary now, just because, like, there are secrets around, I'm not allowed to engage with them somehow. Till I work out the impossibility of actually accessing them. Anyway, get in the feather. That's a weird little tight space, but theoretically if the momentum of my down dash that mounts the feather gets to the right place, I can go down right and end up in the right spot. So feather down right, become pink, use that to dash there and dash again, and then I'll be falling and... Really? Now hold on. Okay, so that's... I need to... If I buffer the dash... whatever. But like, there's a case where I just break the bubble without actually going anywhere if I buffer it. What's the... So I want to just like wait a tiny little moment because that lines me up better, but it's... Oh, it's complicated. Oh, that falls, and I can... I could wall jump on it, I guess. I could alter my timing and put my feet on it? I could cling onto it and jump over. I don't know if I'm supposed to smash this and go left. I think that's unlikely. But if that wasn't happening... Okay, what is the directionality of everything? If I continued downwards and found a way to get this crystal and feather here, I would go around, hit a touch switch... That's not going to land anywhere productive. Like, I just get a brief little moment to interact with this falling square on my way down. What's all this over here? I'm not supposed to somehow make it over here early, am I? Where's the end of the room? Like, what direction am I even going? This is the end of the room. Okay, let's trace backward. So, all touch switches go toward that gate. There's a feather flight to get there. Gotta be through some tight spaces, but shouldn't be too bad. I see, the red bubble normalizes the way that I obtain the feather, so there will be no variance in flight length from how I start it. That's nice. I mean, there could be. Maybe I interrupt the bubble and dash up or right. Because I could do that, but maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, there's the final touch switch, probably. Okay, so I've landed here, which has not connected to that area up there. Yeah, this is a whole separate journey that involves a lot of stuff. So that means my route that took me here is toward the end of the room. which tells me this happens very late, so like going through that barrier. Because from here, downstream of this is the end of the room. So if I want to go over to this section... Ah, okay, smash that wave dash on the little square, get into this feather, and then everything makes more sense. Okay. So this is the part that I do at that point. Go up, get that, reverse wave dash on it, I guess... Smash that for some reason? Yes, to align for the pixel precise fall. Bubble super into ultra. What happens here? What is this? Hang on, how many dashes do I have there? After the ultra... What is any of this? So there's a touch switch way up there. Fully enclosed in a part of the level I can't ever access. Bubbles don't make me immune to spikes, or like let me go through a one-way passage, so like this green bubble doesn't get me to the right. No pufferfish to explode, nobody to throw at that as far as I know. There's this ice wall here for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna guess that feather regrows and I use it to fly down to this and get that and continue well... This room looks very complicated. Anyway, so I think what's happening in this section up here, at least, is after I come in, I could... Okay, I see what the bubble is for. I still just don't see how to get into that section on the right. That looks completely inaccessible no matter what I do. Unless... No, I see the way in. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. Got it. Alright, I understand what to do here. Let's go do it. I want to do it instead of explaining. And hope that I've understood properly. Ooh, there's a lot between here and there. I need to explain it to myself because I'll forget. So, when I... So, Bubble Ultra... Or Bubble Super into Ultra. Dash up right into the bubble. Bubble upwards. Crouch dash to the right through that little, very brightly lit gap in the spikes that is dash throughable. Get the pink crystal, dash up, and hit the touch switch. I guess smash the smashable where the touch switch is to align with the type gap. If that crystal regrows, I'm going to need to dash up, hold onto the wall for a bit, wait for it to regrow, dash to the left, then fall and become pink again. It feels like what it's going to have to be, because if I don't do that, then there aren't a lot of good options down here. There might be some bad ones, but there aren't a lot of good ones. So yeah, I think I clip through the spikes, dash up, cling onto the wall for a bit, wait for crystal to regrow, smash the wall, keep horizontal position, become pink, reverse wave dash, interrupt that with an up or an up left, probably up because up left will halt me in the spikes and kill me. So reverse wave dash to the... Actually, why would I do that? I just dash left up. Bubble left... Actually, that might not even be what I want. Let's imagine that bubble doesn't come back. So I'd reverse wave dash into wall bounce there. That's a long... I think it's possible to aim that way. Wall jump on the ice. Cling on to the right side of this thing. Neutral jump here to position for the drop. Red bubble left into ultra. Dash left into green bubble. Touch switch, smash the thing, get feathered. Feather fly all the way to here where I dash up and smash up left and smash that. Can I fall after that in such a way that I touch this pink crystal? My fall is at like 22.5 degrees. That's going to be real tight, but probably is possible. Yeah, that looks like an annoying thing to do. If I don't use my dash to smash that, then it's a lot easier here. But then I think I just run into a barrier after I do a loop. Could I do a second loop? Well, I'd have the same problem in a second loop, so that's pointless. But maybe, if I really wanted to. Anyway, feather fly clockwise around this. Keep both dashes, use them to smash that and get into the bubble. Bubble down left, get my dash input eaten a lot of times probably. Wave dash to the right. Wall bounce into bubble. Up right, down dash left. Interrupt down. Dash down right, red bubble to the right, interrupt up right, interrupt, that's not even an interrupt, just dash up left. Get the bubble, get the feather. Fly to the end. Be at the end. Okay. Theoretically, that's the room. I don't like the way that starts. Can I get used to it, though? Because it's a lot easier to buffer the dash there than... Yeah, I can get used to that. That's fine. Just means I have to go down instead of... Okay. Okay. That's fine. So. Hup, hup, hup. Oops. Alright, so get used to that flight. Get used to a lot of flight because this is a feather level, so you're going to be doing it a lot. I need to take that turn with less turn. Like that, okay. So that's when that ends. I should interrupt to the right to grab the crystal. Yeah! Okay, so if I don't buffer that dash, well I should. I'm not, always. Inconsistent. But I think I can deal with that inconsistency. Whoops, that was the wrong direction. Let's review that part actually, because I'm not totally sure what happens after that reverse wave dash. Smash, fall, and then we're in this section. Do I know what to do here? Kinda? Okay, yeah, so after parsing everything and seeing the size of the room, it doesn't look as monstrous as it did at first. Theoretically, I understand how everything flows into everything else. I need to not go fully horizontal there. So adjust your eyes so that that's a diagonal path through there. Yay! Buffer that a little earlier for consistency. Adjust your eyes. There we go. Whoops. Diagonal. And then be ready for that part. Adjust eyes. I think I didn't ultra very well. Oops. Whoa! Some drunken flight, but it kind of worked. Just gotta get used to these motions. Once that happens, they'll become natural. Huh. Okay. That thing doesn't regrow. Can I neutral here? No. So I have one less dash there than I was hoping. So if the crystal doesn't regrow... Oh, okay, so that's just another case of fall in such a way that I get on the platform. I have to start veering right after I'm out of the precise gap. That's actually okay. If I hold climb, I only have to make it one tile over. I'm gonna assume that falls or something. But all I gotta do is jump left from that and dash back into the bubble. Are there non-regrowing bubbles? Is that ever a thing? I don't even know. Anyway, get in the bubble, bubble left, wall bounce on that. That'd be more comfortable than reverse wave dashing on that thing. Get up here, do a neutral jump on that. Red bubble, ultra, green bubble, smash, go down, feather, clockwise. Keep both dashes, smash bubble, wave, bounce, bubble, 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 dash interrupt, do what comes naturally. Okay. Should be fine. Hey. But yeah, I just need to get my flight under control. Of the mechanics used in this level, that is the one of them I am least practiced with. Just doesn't come up all that often. Ooh, that was a bad ultra. Why? Because I didn't slide on the ground for long enough, maybe? Or I didn't start it early enough? One or both of those things. An ultra from a super doesn't give a lot of speed. But I mean, it's tuned for that amount. Am I just being too slow with that? I guess I should fast bubble there to gain a little more control over the situation. Yeah, okay, that's a little more natural. Whoops, I did it too early. I need to hit the ceiling, then wait just a tiny little bit. Because if I do it right as I'm hitting the ceiling, that's actually too high. If I'm seeing this right. There's a point where I wish for a higher contrast color scheme because, like, everything is purple and indigo, and at around the same brightness value. There's some contrast, but not as much as I'd prefer. It is hard to read the difference between background and spikes out of my peripheral vision. Some of my mistakes are due to that difficulty. I wonder if... yeah, I think there is a graphic setting that I can toggle, but I will also take that as part of the design difficulty of this level. And to disable it would be altering the experience. And when I can avoid, I prefer not to do that. Gotta be a little quicker with my interrupt, or like maybe drift gently to a stop when I'm going straight up. Let's practice that, actually. Well, but don't just forget about the entire concept of interrupting then. That time I didn't make it because my turns were too wide. Right, tighter turns. Tight enough. Whoops! Man, that is just, it's such a mode switch to get into the idea of doing a reverse wave dash there. But I'm just like super misjudging the distance. Okay. Can I like do something to shift between flight mode and non-flight mode? Just change something in my mind. I'm flying now. Flight rule set. Normal rule set. Flight rule set. Flight rule set. Normal rule set. Flight. I mean, it's obvious when I'm flying and when I'm not, but I'm just trying to figure out if I can somehow get my reflexes more ready for it. Huh. Huh. I think I waited too long? I don't know what the timing is there. Maybe that time that I died when I thought I was too high, the problem was something else? Ah! That timing is really hard for me. That's an instance where I'm more commonly too late than too early, so err a little earlier maybe. I mean, it's best if my flight just naturally ends right at that time, but it doesn't always, and that's not something I have fine control over. Well, the problem is I do have fine control over it. It's not something I have the kind of coarse control that I want to have. Wait, I do have a dash here. Where's that crystal exactly? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Heh. Where is that crystal exactly? Why did I have a dash there? I guess the crystal's high enough that I start the dash before I pick it up. So I get the full pinkness off of it. Okay, well, confusing but understandable. Like, it really feels like I would pick that up while I'm dashing through the spikes, but ducking takes me down that low. Okay, so anyway. Reverse wave dash, get in the bubble, bubble left, probably... I want to verify that... Well, let's verify it by doing it. Because there's another possible option there that I don't like as much. Okay, yeah, that's definitely what I want. Okay, as planned. Okay, as planned. I'm here, I'm feathering... this way, and smashing that. Okay, yep, that's as obnoxious as I predicted. But seeing that, I'm confident that I can do it. It's just gonna be annoying, that's all. Anyway, everything prior to that point works as I expected, so that's good. Just gotta do it. Heh. That part's not as hard as I worried it might be. Okay, I should ultra a little later there. I don't know my angle, so this is how I'm learning it. Not much different from 45 degrees, if at all. I can't actually tell. Yeah, close enough that I cannot tell. But really, in practical terms, what I should do is pick a reference point for when I dash. Whoops! Okay, let's do that now. Because I think I can do that from here. Okay, so like that round-shaped, round-topped, like there's like a circle cut out of the spikes there. Go right in the center of the circle. Just when the pillar in the back changes to sky. Which is pretty much 45 degrees. Okay. That's my reference point. Okay, that's all fine. So here. Good. Huh! Are you sure about that? I don't like that. Do I have any other options? Yes. What's the pink crystal for? The pink crystal is so that I don't have to do that ahead of time. Right. So I did not acknowledge... Well, no, in the route that I was just... Yeah, I can trade the dash for the other, so it did route... No, I never used that. So anyway, use this feather to get all the way to that feather. Or at least to a position where I can dash and get... Well, use this feather to get falling down here. Dash straight to the right through the crystal into that feather. Then use the first pink dash to smash this, the second one to actually get the feather. That was what was wrong with my route. I saw a bad option and didn't notice there was a better one. Okay, all of this feels very natural. Okay, that was actually as planned, I just wasn't ready for it to be because it felt weird. Be ready for the plan to work. Don't just expect it to fail. Ah. That ultra still just does not feel right. Just because it's so slow and the angle just seems weird. Okay. Ah. So now I just get killed a whole lot by the particulars of feather flight, because it's kind of different from all the other things in the game. It feels fine, it's just, again, the skill that I've practiced the least of these basics. Sometimes the timing of that just doesn't work the way I expect it to. Whoa. I should probably do something to fix my consistency here, so I'm gonna pick a reference point relative to the mushrooms to start my right dash. It's right here, it's like right between the waterfall and the mushrooms. Or a little before. Then buffer always. Just so that I know what's happening, because letting it bounce is too chaotic. If I buffer, I'm always in close enough to the same place. Now, buffer. I didn't buffer. Okay, now buffer. I buffered too early. Ah! I got away with that! Gross. That was not pretty. Ah! Just like a lot of what I need to do here is just minimize the number of turns I take, but in order to do that, I have to commit to the path that I'm taking. And it's really easy to end up committed to a path that's non-viable. So I either try to adjust at the last minute and introduce chaos to maybe save a run that committed to the wrong thing, or I just take the death and try again so that I can get the commitment right. There we go. Ah, first time that part's killed me. Really? Okay. What am I missing there? I think I'm just not jumping early enough? What the? That's not when I dash. Ah. I can tell this is a day when I'm not playing at my best. But I think I'm playing at a good enough standard to get the room done, just... It's gonna be a little messier than usual. There we go. Okay. Ah! Oh. Oh, that's what happens. So the bubble smashes me against that thing and I rebound. That's why I always feel like I'm in a weird spot there. Okay, so now that I know what's happening, I can be ready for it. Rebound. Okay. And then get here, do that, get here, and... new stuff is happening. I need to keep my dashes and fly better there. Okay, so that's a record. I should probably review everything past that point. So just a gentle clockwise circle. Don't bump into that spike at the end. Try to do clean turns, but again, that's the high commitment thing. I could try analog sticking here, but again, like I have even less practice with that than a D-pad. Smash, bubble, down left, down right, dash, wall bounce. Bubble pretty intuitively, do that, interrupt, get in there. Yeah, like all of this, everything from this point forward seems very intuitive. So let's study the feather flight a little bit, just in case there's anything I need to know about it. It's pretty much straightforward. Curve up a little bit, straightforward, probably dash at the end, and that's it. Shouldn't be too bad. There are opportunities to fail. I'll probably take those a time or two. But there's not a lot to it. Opportunities to fail. That's a way to put that. But hey, that's what it is. Ah. Great. No, I need to interrupt better, but I think that time the bubble was eating my input. Yum yum. There we go, okay. Good. Good, okay. So do this smoothly, like that. That's the way. Like I said, very intuitive. Oh, I do need to veer down just a little bit. Okay. That's the end of the room. I'm pretty much there. Okay, so if I take the bubble's natural momentum, I do need to veer down just slightly, then I'll veer up after that spot. Right up to there, a straight line works. Whoops. Yep. Ha. Oh shoot, I turned too wide. Just gotta go a little bit later than I think I want to there. Smooth. Okay. Oh, I missed the wall bounce. Oh, shoot. This feather sounds really weird if I slow it down. I'm trying to see if I can make this more consistent by... no, it's just making it worse. Yum yum. Okay, could you not eat my dash input this time, please? Thanks. Dope. Yep. Ah, it was eaten. Oh. No, wrong way. Ah, again. No. Ah. It's hard to see where I am there. Okay. 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 From here on, things are pretty straightforward. Whoops! I missed a dash interrupt. Good. Wide, clean circle, good. Remember this interrupt. I did. Down a little bit, up a little later. Okay. Oh, that felt not right, but it worked. Dang it. Okay, whoa. That worked though. Down a little, up a little, right a little. There we go, done. Okay, great. Okay. Also, you're down deep. Alright, yeah, so ultimately, that room was a lot simpler than it looked at first. That was like mostly execution. I don't know how much of that's going to survive editing. But yeah, last like 25 minutes was just me trying to make what I already knew how to make work, actually work. Yeah, so very execution heavy room. The initial routing looked complicated, but it all fell into place easily enough. Yeah, so this level, none of the rooms in it have threatened to reach the hour mark yet. This one came the closest at 54 it is right now. Alright, anyway, another room next time. I'll see you then.